chilly in here. So chilly, in fact, that it snowed. Check it out. In fact, Jeremy and the boys have been having such a fun time playing in the snow all day. But that got me wondering, what exactly is snow? I mean, it's cold, it's white, it's wet, and it's really fun to play in, but what exactly is it? Well, snow are small flakes of ice that fall down to earth. Snow is a form of precipitation, like rain and sleet, and it snows when water in the atmosphere freezes into crystals. These tiny ice crystals will form together to make snowflakes. To snow, the temperature must be below 32 degrees, which is really cold, and there must be a lot of water in the sky. For this reason, snow is common in mountainous regions and in places that get really cold, like Canada and close to the polar regions. So that's really cool, but now my question is, how do snowflakes form? Well, a snowflake begins to form when an extremely cold water droplet freezes into a pollen or dust particle in the sky. This creates an ice crystal. As the ice crystal falls to the ground, water vapor freezes into primary crystals, which, building new crystals, make the arms of a snowflake. The way that crystals join together gives every snowflake a unique design. Even so, most snowflakes have 6 points or 6 sides. They form 7 basic shapes, which include stars, needles, dendrites, plates, columns capped with plates, and irregular or damaged. What shape a snowflake takes depends on the temperature and the amount of water in the cloud. Well, that's really cool. But you know what? I think it would be even cooler if we made our very own snowflake. So, let me show you how, mad scientists. Let's go. All right, mad scientists, let's get going. So, the first thing that we're gonna need for this activity is a sheet of white paper and a pair of scissors. Now, word of warning, before you cut anything on your paper, make sure to get a parent or guardian or whoever takes care of you to help you out with this activity. Alrighty, so the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna make our sheet of paper into a square. Let's do that by folding our paper across like this. And then we're gonna cut off this little excess bit at the bottom. All right, now that we've done that, we can see that our paper square has been folded in half. So from here, we have a triangle, and we're gonna fold that in half too, just like this. And now we have a smaller triangle. See? So we folded it from here, folded it over, and now we have a smaller triangle. So from here, we're gonna hold the triangle like this, and we're gonna fold over. So we're gonna fold this little side this way, just like so. See? I took this side and I folded it over like so. It's gonna kind of come out the bottom a little bit, but that's okay. And then we're gonna take this and we're gonna do the same thing. Fold it right on over, just like so. So you see, we got from here, we folded it over, and it should look something like this. So one more time, we folded this side over, and then we folded this side over, and we got something that looks a little bit like this. So from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut these little triangle bits off. Perfect. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our own unique snowflake. So you can do this any way you want. But what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna cut from this side around and around. You're not gonna wanna cut in the middle. You're not gonna wanna cut the tip off, and you're not gonna wanna cut up here. You're just gonna wanna cut on the sides. Let me show you. So we're gonna cut. You can make any shape you want. This will ensure that you have your own unique snowflake that has your own pattern. You can get as creative with it as you want. See, just like that. And then you can do it on the other side, like so. Voila. And I'm going to do 2 more cuts on mine, but you can do more you want. Just like that. Whoop. Voila! Unfold it, and you have your very own paper snowflake, made especially by you with your very own pattern. Oh, I think that's really cool. Just like the way snowflakes form, they form in all sorts of different ways. So I'm sure yours looks much different from mine, but that's exactly how it should be. Wow, mad scientists, this is a really cool craft. I can't wait to go put it out and remind myself that I know exactly how snowflakes are formed. All right, that's pretty cool, mad scientists. All right, mad scientists, well, that was really fun making our very own paper snowflake, but it doesn't really look like the real thing. So how about we make snow using Insta-Snow? I actually have some right here. Check it out. Wow. I mean, it looks a little bit like snow. I mean, it's kind of powdery and white, but I think we can make it look a little more like snow. So here's what we're gonna need. We're gonna need our instant snow, a cup, and some water. Alrighty, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take my instant snow, and I'm gonna put half of it in my cup, like so. And, so you can see we have a little bit of instant snow in there. Let's see what happens when I add water. Ooh, ooh. Whoa! Whoa! It grew!
Oh my God! Wow!
Isn't that so cool? Wow, let's touch it. Ooh, it's it really feels like snow. Whoa, isn't that so cool, mad scientists? Wow, it's like snow, but a lot less cold. And hey, now I get to play with it. This is awesome. But how does instant snow work? Well, this instant snow is fake snow. It is a synthetic polymer with super water-absorbing properties. That's why when we added water, it expanded because it was absorbing the water. It increases in volume when water is added by 100 times the original size. Insta-Snow is so realistic that it's now being used in indoor snowboarding parks around the world. Real snow is almost entirely made up of water, and the water is bound to evaporate. The process of evaporation produces a constant cooling effect. That's why it's so much fun to touch. Unlike real snow, fake snow will not melt since it's not really ice. It can be air dried and reused. Wow, isn't that so cool, mad scientists? So even after this dries out, you can just add a little more water and it'll expand up again and make our very cool instant snow. Wow, now we have snow that will never melt, and that means we can have snow all year round. Isn't that so awesome, mad scientists? All right, mad scientists. Well, we saw how we can make snow with something that's pre-made, but what if we made it from stuff that we already have in our house? Check it out. First, we're gonna need a bowl. Then, we're gonna need some baking soda, some shaving cream, and a spoon to mix it all up with. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. First, we're going to pour the baking soda in. We're gonna use the lid and drop that in there. Next, we're gonna add in some shaving cream, just like so. Oh, check it out. All right, now we're gonna start mixing. We're gonna mix it together. You can touch it, and if you still get a lot of residue on your hands, you just gotta keep mixing. You might need to add more baking soda, or if it's too powdery, you can add a little more shaving cream. Just whatever works best for you. Alrighty, mad scientists. After a lot of mixing, we have something that looks a little bit like this. It should look chunky and there should be pieces, and it should look a little bit like snow. Check it out. And when I touch it, it doesn't really leave a lot of residue in my hands. Check that out. Whoa, isn't that cool? So even if you don't have instant snow, you can make your own snow at home with a little bit of elbow grease and shaving cream and baking soda. Isn't that cool, mad scientists?